Good morning, welcome to Dressing Table Diaries. Been doing it about a week now, I think. If you saw yesterday's episode, I was a little bit worse for wear after going out for my husband's birthday. I only had 4 drinks, but after having 2 children, breastfeeding for a lot of time of that as well, so the past 3 years I've pretty much been sober, so suddenly having 4 drinks knocked me right off the wagon. But I'm feeling better today. So it's a lovely day outside, lovely blue sky, and we're going to meet a friend who I was meant to see last week, but the girls were ill, so we're seeing her today, and we're going to the local splash park. I haven't been there before. I didn't even know that they had one in Letchworth. It is Letchworth Garden City. Didn't know that they had a splash park there. I knew Stevenage had one, and we've been there. Don't know what crashing's going on. The girls are both in little G's room. I don't know what they're up to. So yeah, so getting ready to go to the splash park. I've got shorts on. I don't know if you can see my leggy legs and the mess of the room behind. It's all lovely. I don't often wear shorts out of the house, but I thought, well, it's such a nice day that I will treat my friend to a view of my legs. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. So yeah, I'll have to shave my legs. I forgot to do them yesterday. They're not too bad, but since I have got them out, I'll give them a quick once over. So yeah, so we're going to the splash park, and that's about it really. Got the car today, which is how comes we are able to go to the splash park. Normally my husband takes the car to work, and we have to walk everywhere in Hitchin, which is fine because I don't mind walking, and it's a nice town. So you know, you can walk in and there's a river, you can go and feed the ducks or just go to the shops. There's a few nice parks around. So yeah, but we have the car today and tomorrow as well, so I don't think it's meant to be as nice a weather tomorrow though, so I don't know what we'll do. Might just stay home and not take advantage of the car, but it seems a shame. But if there's nowhere to go, then there's nowhere to go. So anyway, so I said I was going to talk about online bullying today. I've been meaning to do it for the past few days, but yeah, last week I met up with a friend, and she was saying that she'd been on a well-known mum's website forum. Now she only said well-known as well, so I actually don't know what site it was. Where's Pops? Oh yeah, can't leave her behind. Can't leave her behind. You got to play with her.
No.
Oh.
Yes,
Go and read her a book.
okay.
Yeah. Well, there's some books in her room you can choose in the drawers. Hmm? Come and sit with me.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
So yeah, I actually don't know which site she was talking about. I've hazarded a guess, but there are 2 well-known ones, so it could have been either. Anyway, so she was saying she was on there, and there was a mum on there ranting on about how she hates seeing toddlers and 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds still in buggies. And my friend, her little boy, she still he's 3, over 3.5-ish, and he still uses a buggy sometimes if they're going walking a long distance. and she said that she was going to comment and say that, you know, in some circumstances it's better to put them in a buggy because, you know, road safety, it's better to have them strapped in. If you're walking long distances, I mean, I know if she had to walk all the way into town, it's a 20-minute walk there and back. There's no way she'd be able to do it. So when she's 3, she'll still be going in the buggy.
Why? You got camera?
Because I'm talking.
Why?
Because I am. So, but then she said she didn't comment because she saw the hateful comments that started a whole thread of abuse, basically, to mothers who choose to use a buggy beyond the age of 18 months, basically.
My ears.
No, you don't. Daddy did them the other day. You don't need to do them now. So I tell you what you can do is, you know that green thing that you do my eyes, if you could find that for me, because I needed that yesterday and I couldn't find it.
What?
You know, my green thing that does my eyes.
Yeah?
So she didn't, and she said to me she felt like the people that had commented were just getting abuse, being called terrible parents for using a buggy. I mean...
Sorry, Mummy, I can't find it.
You didn't look very hard.
It's hot.
Well, I don't know then. Go and see what Pops is up to. So, yeah, so that was... She didn't personally get bullied there, but it just shows that the... Oh, good. See if she'll crawl. How, you know, for no reason at all. Why was that woman even on there talking about buggies? Why does it matter? I mean, when we went to London on Friday, she was in the buggy. I had Pops in a sling. She was in the buggy. On the way home, it was ridiculous. She was, because she is quite big for her age anyway, so probably people were thinking, oh, look at that 5-year-old in the buggy when she's 2. And by the end of the night, she'd fallen asleep and her body just didn't fit in the buggy, and so her head was poking out the back of the buggy. It was so funny, walking along with this head out the back and her legs like trailing the floor. But she's only 2, why can't she be in a buggy? So that was one thing. And then I don't want these things done. You go put them in your room.
Look.
You can have that if you like.
What is that?
It's a key ring to put keys on. And there's money. You can go and put them in a money box.
Okay.
I was on Twitter. If you want to follow me, I'm at what said Katie. What Katie said wasn't available, so I thought switch it round, confuse everybody. So yeah, what said Katie, and I was on there, and somebody that I follow, suddenly said that they were closing down their blog, that they had seen the ugly side of the internet, and I thought, oh, okay. That they, are you seeing what she's up to?
Yeah, I see it all already.
Alright. That she'd had abuse thrown at her again on a well-known mum's website, and again she didn't actually say which website, which forum, but again I can hazard a guess, and it's not fair on that website because it's not them. They're a fantastic website if it's the one I'm assuming, but it's just the mums. I don't know what happens when you become, actually it's not even becoming a mum, women in general can just be horrible, and I think being a mum brings out the worst in people because it just suddenly becomes this competitive field.
2.
Pardon?
We got 2.
2 what?
2 mummies.
I know, in the mirror.
Why?
Lucky. I don't know, just lots of reflections in the mirror. And so she'd been getting abuse because her little boy had fallen off a stool and she was being called irresponsible for letting him fall. And you just think, well, kids fall all the time. You can't be there to protect them all the time, you know. And she just was getting abuse for that, abuse for having her children's faces on her blog. Well, I put mine on my blog, and you just think, you know, unless you're giving out your home address, what does it matter? Yes, darling. Do you want to go in Lily's room? What are you doing then?
I'm trying to place it on.
I don't know where they are. You know, unless you're giving out your home address, then I can't really see what the problem is. Go and see, go and play in your room with them. I can't really see what the problem is, because, you know, I was talking about it with my husband and I said, you know, there are adverts on television of babies eating, you know, cow and gate baby food, or advertising Pampers, nappies or whatever. Well, that's a child's face. That belongs to somebody. That child belongs to a mother. Is that a bad mum for letting her child be in an advert? No, we don't know where that child lives. You know, evil people are out there, and yes, they can do nasty things to images, but that's going to happen. It's going to happen anyway. And as long as they're not coming to your house... Oh, lovely. Don't put necklaces on there, please. As long as they don't know where you live, they can't hurt you. A picture is just a picture. I know there are certain cultures that don't allow themselves to be in pictures because they believe that harming a picture will harm them, and that's fair enough. But I don't believe that, so a picture is just a picture. And also my husband brought up a good point. When we were in London, we were walking past as people were taking photos. You just think, how many photos in your lifetime do you accidentally, you know, are you in accidentally because you've walked in front of somebody's camera? You know, are you going to abuse them and say, excuse me, you've taken a picture of my child or me, can you delete your photo? No, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just an image. I think, you know, I think the world's gone a little bit crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's me being really naive, and I don't know. But I just think if they don't know where you live, you know, I don't know. Anyway, so she'd been getting loads of abuse, this poor mother, and she'd shut down her blog. And I just think, how awful is that they've made her feel so bad about herself, that something that she really loves, she was going to give up. Thankfully, by the end of the day, she saw sense and realised that these petty people on this forum, who are they? Who are they to tell her how to live her life and what to do? And she put her blog back up, and I'm so pleased, because... one, it's a lovely blog anyway, but just for her as a person, she just didn't deserve any of that awful day, just to be made to feel so bad about her choices that she doubted herself. And I just think it's unnecessary. These people on these forums. That's beautiful. It's a good luck stone, that one. It's a good luck one. You can put it on the side of your bed so that it can keep you good luck all the time. These people have got nothing better to do. Why are they sitting at their computer abusing other parents? You know, what business is it of theirs what people do? You know, fair enough if, you know, parents beat their children, abuse them for that. You know, that is wrong, something wrong. But, you know, I just think, what does it matter? And actually a friend of mine this morning has posted up that one of her actual friends on Facebook that's wrong, was sent a private message on Facebook because she didn't agree with the fact that she'd seen a picture of my friend's little girl eating some Marmite. You know, she's 6 months old baby. It's not like she was eating a spoonful of Marmite. She had a tiny scrape on a little bit of toast. She's 6 months old, bear in mind, so she doesn't even eat that much. She probably had a lick and threw it on the floor. But this woman felt compelled enough to write a private message to say, oh, don't you know it's full of salt? Shouldn't really be giving your little baby Marmite. Oh, bog off. What business is it of yours? Even if she tips a whole jar of Marmite down her daughter's throat, it's none of your business. Wind your neck in and go and see to your own family. People are unbelievable. It doesn't matter. Look after your own children and don't worry about anyone else. And even if you don't agree with what they're doing, so what? You know, not even doing my face. I just realised I'm getting right on my soapbox. You can see it annoys me because I just think it's none of your business. I'm sure, I have had people, namely my mother, say, you know, that I'm too strict on my children, and she doesn't agree with how strict I am. I don't think I'm that strict. I just believe in having boundaries. You know, I don't just let her get away with anything. I will tell her off if I think she's done something. You know, I don't shout at her, I don't hit her, but I will firmly tell her, no, I don't agree with what you've just done. You know, and I know there are lots of parents who don't believe in that style of parenting. You know, they believe that the child should be able to learn for themselves, and they gently just say, oh, well, how did that make you feel? And well, fine, you know, but when somebody is hitting somebody else and you're going, oh, well, I don't think that child no, just say no. That is not nice to hit people. You know, that's not going to dent the child's self-esteem. It's going to teach them boundaries. And I'm probably going to get abuse from someone now for saying, oh, aren't you awful because you should tell your child off. No, I'm not an awful person. That is just my parenting choice. It might not be your parenting choice. But, you know, fine if I was, you know, tearing strips off her. You know, fine if I was smacking her. Fine, abuse me for that. I don't. All I do is firmly say, no, don't do that, you know. We're back. Got my big girlie and my little girlie over there. She was crying. Had to quickly go and get her. So where am I? So yeah, that's my parenting style, and if anyone doesn't like it, well, keep your opinions to yourself. I'll keep my opinions to myself, and that's how the world goes round.
Mama.
Just let people get on with their own lives. So yeah, I just think, but the thing is online, people don't really realise how hurtful their comments can be, or not even hurtful, but how it does attack someone. You know, this poor woman took down her blog because she felt personally attacked by these people, and I said to her afterwards, I said, you know, you can't take it personally because they don't really realise that they're talking to a person, that they're telling somebody, you know, you're wrong, your way of doing things is wrong, and, you know, you're a terrible person, whatever. They're just typing away on their computer and they don't realise the damage that they're doing. You know, and I just think the internet has made everything faceless. Nobody, you know, you would never dare. I mean, even in the case of my friend with her friend, actually, there are some people who would take it upon themselves to face-to-face tell someone something. Those people, well, just busybodies, really, I think. But most people would never dare do anything face-to-face, but the internet has made people braver because they feel like they're just telling the internet, they're just typing it on the internet, it's not hurting anyone. Well, actually it can hurt people, you know, and people need to remember they're sitting at a computer. Well, the person that they're abusing is sitting at a computer. They're a real person too. And I don't really know, you know, how to get around it, or, well, the only thing to do is ignore them, just as you would real bullies. You would ignore them too, and I think that's the only thing is just
What's that?
it's a mirror. The only thing to do is just try your best to block them out. Are you alright, darling? You can go sit with her then. Huh? Oh. Can you choose me some nice bracelets? I'd like some black bracelets, please. Yeah, because listening to them gives them power. You know, they feel like they've won when they've, you know, personally attacked you and beaten you down to the ground. And I just think, you know, ignore them and let them just battle against themselves. You know, thank you. That's navy. That's navy blue, that one. Yeah. So it makes me annoyed, which you could probably tell. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today, really. I don't really have a magical answer. I just wanted to bring it to people's attention. Although I'm sure everyone knows that this goes on. But it's just reminding people that just ignore them, because they don't... Oh, never mind. Have it like this. That way round, like that. And then you can get into it. You know, just ignore them. It's not aimed specifically at you because they don't know you. You know, you can't... nobody can attack you if they don't really know you. You know, and I think in the internet's case, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt me. I think that actually, in the sense of the internet, words can't hurt you because they don't know you. They match your skirt perfectly. You know, they cannot hurt you if they don't know you, because who are they? Who are they? You know, no one. They're just some sad old person sitting at their computer with nothing better to do than attack you. Do you want to be listening to them? Do you really take their comments to heart? No. Sit back and realise, actually, they are sad little people who take joy in abusing other people. Well, I wouldn't listen to them. You know, I was bullied as a teenager, and I did take it personally because, well, it was face to face, it was in person. But I will never ever take anything personally again, because you know, I dealt with that as a teenager. It's a medium blue, I'd say. It's not light blue. This is light blue here on your t-shirt. You know, I dealt with that as a teenager, and I am now comfortable in myself. I will never let anybody hurt me again, because I'm worth more than that, you know. So people can abuse me and I won't listen. I really won't listen, because it's not worth my time and energy being upset by these people when they don't know me. You might think you know me from... Oh, that's beautiful, thanks. Will it go over my head? Oh no, it won't go over my head. Oh look, now it's pulled my hair up. It's alright, I'll just unhook it. You think you know me, but I think you only ever... That's beautiful. It's a bit heavy though. I think it's a bit heavy for today. It's a bit of a winter necklace. It's a bit heavy on my neck.
Not mine.
Well, yeah, it'd be even heavier on your neck. You're only small. But you only ever truly know yourself. And other people can... People only know what you let them know.
You can have a pink one.
Oh, thank you. I like that one.
It's
you
a
know,
bit cold.
people are only let in if you let them in. So these people online who have never met you, you know nothing about you, don't let them in. That is my message of the day. Don't let them in. They're like vampires. They can only hurt you if you let them in. So don't let them in. And yeah, that's it really. I'm ready, I think. My hair's still a mess. So we're off to the splash park today to see a real person. And we're going to have a lovely day. So I hope you have a lovely day, whatever you do, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.